How do you feel the next generation is going to receive Snake as slightly, honestly, a different voice?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, look, the games are so beautifully made, and each one is so spectacular in its technological innovation that I think people will deal with it. You know, I think it will be strange for people. It'll certainly be strange for me. Unfortunately, I won't be playing it, so. But I do. I'm a great admirer of Kiefer Sutherland. I've met him. Super nice guy, amazingly talented, and to be replaced by him is an honor.
Yes, go ahead. Dewiring. Check. What? This is our last one. Like move. Now.
Here's been the scuttlebutt on the internet recently. Is that, you know, how this whole thing started with the Phantom Pain and this, that, and the other. What's real, what's fake? Sure. This is real, right? This isn't some. You're not doing some kind of.
Everybody says, oh, you know, Kojima and David are trolling, and it's like, well, I wish somebody would let me know, because I don't know what trolling is. And
Greetings everyone. I am sorry for this mess, but I have to keep my identity a secret for a little while, for a good reason, which you will know in a bit. In the meantime, you can call me Mr. Oni. I am a Hollywood actor and I do voiceovers, and my voice was used in many popular computer animated movies. While I will not currently reveal who I will be voicing soon, a hint of who I am will follow this sentence. I am the one you thought I would be from the start. Look closer, detectives. The hint is right in front of you. I will be back with my next video revealing my true identity. June 11th, 2013. Thank you for your time and see you soon. V has come to.
Phantom Pain is a new game revealed at the VGAs over the weekend. While it at first seemed like it could be a new property from an unknown Swedish developer called Moby Studio, it's pretty clear at this point that the Phantom Pain is actually a Metal Gear game. More specifically, it seems like the Phantom Pain could very well be Metal Gear Solid 5. Before we get to all the evidence, though, it's worth pointing out that Phantom Pain is a real term. The amputee seen in the trailer would likely be having phantom pain where he once had a hand. So, the main character in the trailer is a dead ringer for Big Boss, also known as Naked Snake. The game's logo has some mysterious lines on it and leaves some other strange gaps. A Metal Gear superfan mocked up this image, where we can see that Metal Gear Solid 5 very clearly fits perfectly among those lines and gaps. And how about this mysterious studio behind the Phantom Pain? Moby Dick has a website, but it appears to be a ruse. The CEO of the studio is reported to be named Joachim Mogren. Why is that important? Because Joachim is an anagram for Kojima, the last name of Metal Gear's creator, Hideo Kojima.
All right, I'm here with Moby Dick Studios head CEO, Joachim Mogren.
Hello, Jeff.
Joachim, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's very good to see you.
First of all, I should ask, what happened to your face? Are you okay?
Yes, I had a little accident, but I should be good by GDC coming up.
You know, a lot of people have been wondering who you really are, what Moby Dick Studios is working on. When are you going to tell us more about the Phantom Pain? Are you going to be able to share more tonight?
Yes, I plan on attending this show coming up in San Francisco, but I don't have anything to show today, unfortunately.
Okay, let me ask you a few things, though, about Phantom Pain, because as you know, when we announced this at the BGAs, there was a lot of speculation about what this game actually is. Is it a next-generation game? That's something a lot of people ask me on Twitter, saying, Keely, is this a current-gen game? Is it next-gen? Is this a PlayStation 4 game?
Unfortunately, I cannot confirm that.
Okay, can you maybe confirm that you guys have development kits, at least, for next-generation systems?
I'm so sorry, Jeff. I can unfortunately not confirm that either.
All right, well, this is going well. What can you tell us then at GDC? What are you going to show from the game?
This year's GDC show, I will have a new Phantom Pain trailer, and I can confirm that it will answer all of your questions.
Okay, answer all the questions. So we're not getting a lot of answers tonight, but at the Game Developers Conference later this month, there'll be no more secrets about this game.
Yes.
I guess one thing I will say here is that, we're sitting here in a hotel room. We were asked to come interview you, find out something about the game. How do I not know this is some elaborate ruse?
Well, unfortunately, I cannot show too much, but for you, Jeff, I can show you some new images and some new stuff here on my iPad that hopefully you'll enjoy.
Okay, so you're going to prove that this is real. So what are we seeing here? This is some concept art from the game?
Yeah.
Concept art. There's the whale, it looks like. Oh, wow, those look like some new screens. Oh, the main character. So these are screenshots. I notice there's a Fox Engine logo in the corner, so this game is running on the Fox Engine.
Campaign trailer from Moby Dick Studios. Can you tell that story? Like, how much did you know going into it? How much were you kind of biting your tongue?
Yeah, he came to me one year at Comic-Con. We usually meet every year at Comic-Con, and he came to me, and we had done Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance the year before at the Video Game Awards, and he came to me and said, "Hey, I have something I want to talk to you about for this year's show." And he assembled me and a bunch of the Konami executives there in a room at Comic-Con, and he sort of took out a little piece of paper, and he's like, "I want to show, want to explain something to you. I have this vision for my next game," and it was this timeline. And he sort of said, "Hey, there are going to be sort of, 3 parts to this, this first part, which is this prequel that's going to sort of take place, earlier on. It's going to be sort of this character, and he's going to be in a hospital. I don't want to tell people that it is Metal Gear Solid 5. And then, the next year, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to reveal it's Metal Gear timeline that he sort of wrote out on this piece of paper about the, here's the 80s, here's now, here's all the timings of it." And he sort of showed this to me and showed all the Konami people there. And they said, "You got that?" And I'm like, "Yep." And he ripped up the piece of paper. He's like, "I can't tell, I had to destroy it. I can't tell anyone again." And I think the Konami people were sort of a little shocked at the time because he said, "Hey, I want to reveal this game at the Video Game Awards. I don't want to say it's from Konami. I want to say it's from Moby Dick Studios. And I don't want to say it's a Metal Gear game." And I think, everyone at Konami, their head sort of exploded. It's like, wait, so we can't even say this is our game? What's going on? And, he was genius. And then so he outlined the whole, Moby Dick plan and sort of how that was all going to play out. I think he was surprised how quickly people figured out that it was Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah. Why do you think he does this? Is it just the thrill? Like, he got such a juicy thrill out of Metal Gear Solid 2's tease and twist that he just wants to create more of those experiences?
Yeah, I think it's it's part of the game that he plays with people, right? I think the fans, they love Kojima for it. It's like he wants to. It's like the game to me is not just what was on the disc with Kojima; it's sort of everything around it. And it's part of the fun of giving fans something to speculate and talk about, or even that silly thing he did with Ogre and the guy in the bandages and all that. They interviewed him. I mean, it's just like it's these crazy ideas. And they'll call me up and be like, "Hey, you want to do this?" And honestly, it's silly, it's fun, but I'm like, heck, I mean, at least he makes it interesting, right?
Yeah.
And if you're waiting for a game for years and years, it's have some fun with the fans, and it comes from a genuine place, right? I mean, it's not like he's really trying to hoodwink anyone. He's just sort of like, hey, this is a fun way. And I mean, if you really looked at that trailer for Phantom Pain, of course it's Metal Gear Solid 5, and you're going to figure it out. It's not like it's, he's pretending it's being made somewhere else. It's obviously there's no developer, and fans know that, right? So I think he's pretty honest about it. But yeah, it's fun collaborating with him, and he makes such amazing games and amazing assets. And sometimes he'll just call me and just be like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" Or even
trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
Hyped up about that whole Kojima allegedly leaving the company thing, which came up yesterday, and according to them, the game dev is simply on vacation. Konami told the Japanese publication Tokyo Sports that Kojima is still a company employee, explaining, "Currently, Kojima and the development team are finished developing Metal Gear Solid 5 and are taking a long time off from work. Because the development time for console games is so long and fatigue builds up, it's common for employees to take extended periods of time off when development is finished." Konami also said they have no knowledge of the so-called leaving ceremony for Kojima, which reportedly occurred on October 9, according to a New Yorker article. Subsequently, journalist Simon Parkin, who wrote the New Yorker piece, tweeted a photo of the farewell party that took place in response to Konami's claim.
I'm taking everyone out for a ride. I promise it won't take long. It's such a silly disguise that you're hiding behind, but don't take it wrong.
Keeper for accepting that award. And as you noticed, Hideo Kojima is not here with us tonight, and I want to tell you a little bit about that. Mr. Kojima had every intention of being with us tonight, but unfortunately he was informed by a lawyer representing Konami just recently that he would not be allowed to travel to tonight's awards ceremony to accept any awards. He's still under an employment contract, and it's disappointing, and it's inconceivable to me that an artist like Hideo would not be allowed to come here and celebrate with his peers and his fellow teammates such an incredible game as Metal Gear Solid 5. But that's the situation we're in. Hideo is in Tokyo right now watching the show, so we want you to know, Hideo, that we're thinking of you, and we miss you. We hope to see you at the Game Awards 2016. Last year, Hideo Kojima's world was turned upside down when he left Konami after the completion of Metal Gear Solid 5. We all have tough times to go through, but the true test of one's character comes in how we react to those moments we don't control. When judgments are made or when decisions are rendered upon us by others that we sometimes can't comprehend. I think what happened to Hideo Kojima last year was a tragedy, but he never complained. He just sat in an isolated room for months. Looked inside himself and focused on his art. He hoped that his love of entertaining us would carry him through the darkest days of his career, and we thank him for all that he went through. Hideo is rebuilding his life in his studio with our support. And like Snake said in MGS, Hideo knows that a strong man doesn't need to read his future, he makes his own. Hideo, tonight it is finally time to give you one of these. You're one of the most deserving men to have one. You've always been there for me, and you have never disappointed.
Last year, I thought I lost everything, but I didn't lose anything.
Well, did you like it? Yeah, I liked it. I'm glad you gave me some clothes to wear this time.
We are back together.
Yeah. And nothing's gonna stop us this time. I have to say, it's such an honor to work with you. You're such a genius, seriously. I opened my eyes to a whole new world, I have to say, so thank you very much. Yeah. I think I now have to go on the internet and try to figure out what I just watched, though. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for having us at the Game Awards. I'd do anything for this guy, for real. Good night.
Oh, yeah.
That was quite a show, wasn't it? It was a well-scripted drama staged by the Patriots for the benefit of the public.
Circus of repeating clowns, still over and over the crown, chorus of
昔々ある山の中に心優しい赤鬼がたった一人で住んでいたんだ。赤鬼は人間たちと仲良くなりたかったんだけど、人間たちは赤鬼を怖がって近寄らないんだよ。落ち込んでいる赤鬼に友達の青鬼が言うんだ。自分が村で暴れるから退治しろって。そうすれば人間たちは赤鬼のことを見直して仲良くなってくれるんじゃないかって。そして青鬼は村へ行って人間たちを傷つけないように暴れた。赤鬼はそんな青鬼をやっつけるふりをした。青鬼はやっつけられたふりをして逃げていったんだ。その後村人たちはすっかり赤鬼を信用して遊びに来るようになり、人間の友達ができた赤鬼は毎日楽しく暮らしたんだ。でもある日、あれ以来見かけない青鬼のことが気になって会いに行くことにしたんだ。山を越え、谷を越え、赤鬼はようやく青鬼の家にたどり着いたんだが、青鬼は赤鬼への手紙を残して旅に出てしまった。手紙にはせっかく人間と仲良くなDon't say a word.
job is to make the best movie, and my job is to get Kojima's voice in the movie, because that is what the game is, and the game very purely is, and very idiosyncratically is him, and it is his brain, and it is his soul, and it's the way that his brain has digested so much sort of Western movies and influence, and he's sort of reconceived that and created this masterpiece, as far as I'm concerned. Not just as far as games go, but all media. I think Metal Gear is one of like the greatest things of all time. And so, you know, I can't really comment on the split, but I can comment on us.
Game have a final relationship with MGS? Only say yes or no. I have no comment on that particular question regarding whether the connection is with previous stuff or not.
When I think about your work, is you are exceptional at taking these influences that we've talked about and reprocessing them and reinterpreting them and making them your own. Right? They get filtered through your brain and they become this brand new explosive thing that's captured all of these people and people all over the world. So my question to you is, as I now go and interpret your myths, as I embark on making a Metal Gear Solid movie, what would you say to me? What's like, oh boy.
まあ僕と同じように皆さんの期待を裏切ると。Do the same thing as me, betray your audience.